All right, Timmy Academy, we are back. I am just going to do a short video today about three different little sets of cards. Had some things come in the mail, had a couple collections, so just wanted to share them. So, well, first thing we'll go over. I'm going to do some videos, what I think will be some more helpful videos soon. About references pages on Facebook. What is bulk? If you're selling your collection, it's important to know what bulk is and how to deal with that, so you don't have to go through the headache of listing a bunch of stuff and people telling you, hey, this is worth $4 a thousand. We'll also do a pretty long video on how to sell your collection. That way I'll be able to, when people start the process, I'll be able to point them in that direction. They can watch the video and then kind of know where to start. Hopefully it'll save people a bunch of time. So this is this was just a $5 single card, something that I just bought because I liked it. The J of Hearts, it's the Josh of Hearts, I would say. I didn't have any of these poker cards. I think there were a few different sets. There was one with an actual Magic back on it, I believe. But I saw this and I thought it was cool, so I'll probably get this framed and put it on the wall. I mean, y'all named me Zedru the Great-Hearted, so I figured the J of Hearts was appropriate. Then we got some spicy stuff. These were a purchase from a guy I hadn't done business with yet. He gave me a good deal on them. The Icy, I've been looking for a nice condition black bordered Icy for a while. That was affordable, and it was just under 200. So the surface looks great. It'll look really good in my beta collection. And I love Icy Manipulator. It's just the Ice Age one reminds me of being a kid and playing with my brother when he told me that you couldn't tap on other people's turns. So I remember this mostly because of that. And then we got a sweet Power Leech, reserve list, antiquities. Anytime I see something reserve list pop up, especially if it's Rush, I'll grab it, and it's an artist proof. So it's got the Rush signature, it's reserve list, it's an artist proof. I mean, this just is a cool piece of the collection, you know. I try to grab things like this whenever I can just because I really like things like this. And then we've got, this was a guy up in Colorado. I saw him on OfferUp. He was posting this natural selection. I told him to hit me up on Facebook, send me some pictures. He also had a playset of Earthbinds, Alpha in really nice condition. I love Quentin Hoover. I love Earthbind. So we worked out a deal for all 5 cards, and I'm extremely happy with them. The natural selection's in LP. It's a nice copy. Nothing gradable, but just really beautiful Alpha cards. So those were all singles purchases. No real big discounts there, just stuff from my own personal collection. Then we got a buy off of OfferUp. That was, someone had it posted up for $250. I offered him $200. I paid the shipping and the tax and everything on it. And this is the goodies from it. There was a lot of bulk and like mid-90s rares that are just kind of bulk rares and whatnot. There's probably still some value in that collection to be picked out. I didn't go through it all that, you know, with a fine-tooth comb yet, so it went over to the bulk section, and at some point it'll be gone through, and we'll scan it and find all the little valuable things hidden. But remember, I bought that Tempest set a couple days ago, and it didn't have a corpse dance, so I thought this was very appropriate. Nice condition corpse dance to put in there. So we paid $226 for this after shipping and taxes, and I think it was pretty much right on point. As far as wanting to pay around 70%, I probably got it for about 60% of total value as far as condition is concerned. Everything's in like LP, MP. There's nothing really gem minty. So we got Show and Tell, not reserve list, but a staple in Sneak and Show builds in Legacy. Seed Time, just a good $10 commander playable. There's a Sneak Attack, also a staple in Sneak and Show. Not reserve list, reprinted recently in Double Masters. Mirari's Wake, EDH staple. Enlightened Tutor, 6th edition EDH staple. Phyrexian Arena, EDH staple. Lotus Petal. I mean, obviously, $10 card. It'll always be a $10 card. It'll be reprinted, and it'll still be a $10 card. Phyrexian Tower, non-reserve list, reprinted. Mana Severance, great card. Bribery, great card. There we go. There's the big one. Yawgmoth's Will. Apparently this just spiked again. This is reserve list or is a Saga. I actually sold one after the spikes and figured I'd pick one up again when it kind of cooled down, but it hasn't cooled down, but I got lucky. So I recently got my Cradle. You saw that. My Cradle back, and I got the Yawgmoth's Will back, so I will be putting together my full Urza set. I believe I have everything scattered around somewhere. There is a box I have somewhere that I need to find, and it's got most of my Urza Saga stuff in it. So I will be sleeving up and binding up a full set of Urza Saga very soon. We got a Mana Echoes, not reserved list, obviously, because it's from Onslaught. Great Commander staple. It fluctuated for a long time. It kind of spiked up earlier in the year from about $15-20 to over 30, and then it just got the reprint hammer in Double Masters, and it's back down to about 15. Gravepact, EDH staple, $20 card. Aggravated Assault, same, $20 card. Radiant Archangel, what up, rejects? This card. So I have another one. I think I've got 5 or 10 now. Reserve list. It'll be in the little reserve list binder. Reanimate, classic. That art just reminds me of being a kid. I loved this art when I was a kid. And another reserve list big one from Urza Saga. So pretty much the Serra Sanctum and the Yawgmoth's Will paid for this lot. Ensnaring Bridge, non-reserve list. Reprinted, but still a staple in many formats. And Wooded Foothills. So I got excited when I saw this. I was actually kind of surprised there was only one fetch land. There was a lot of Onslaught in this. But if you can see, there's some water damage at the top. So this, instead of selling this might go, see that? Yeah. So it's, I'd consider it heavily played since the water damage isn't covering 30% of the card. It's not really damaged according to TCG player grading specs. Otherwise, it's in pretty nice LP condition. It might get sleeved and put into one of my decks. It's sleeve playable. It's HP technically. Or I might just give someone a good deal and get rid of it. If you want it, hit me up. So those are the big finds in that batch. We have a bunch of little stuff. Blood Artist, Blood Gift Demon, Birds of Paradise Champion, a couple Birthing Pods. Those are $5-10. Earlier, the War Leader. That's probably the best one in this. Great Whales Reserve List. Snuff Out, Mountain Valley, Priest of the Kenya, Siege, Citadel of Pain, Well Wisher. Just little pieces here and there. We got some nice foils. Another Seed Time. Reserve list, couple bucks, Kamal, Well Wishers, more Wirewood Lodge, Goblin Bombardment, $5 card, Brink of Madness, Defense of the Heart, not reserve list. I think this should be reserve list, but recently got reprinted in mystery boosters. Weathersea Treefolk, reserve list. Steely Resolve, good $5-10 card, Cover of Darkness, Gratuitous Violence. You know, so there's a bunch of $3 to $5 cards, a couple $10 cards in here. Eladamri's Call, not reserve list. Plane Shift, obviously, reprinted in Modern Horizons. Nullbruch, Forbid. Baron Sengir, yes, reserve list. Is seeing spikes recently. So, Homelands, everyone's favorite set next to Fallen Empires. he's played in some EDH decks, I think, but I'm assuming it's just a buyout. Awakening. I actually have an artist proof of Awakening. Came with that Mox Diamond artist proof. Heartstone, Mortuary, reserve list. Very low value reserve list. I've got probably 20 of these kicking around. Yeah, so just a lot of good staples. That's foil, Callous Oppressor. That's probably worth a couple bucks. Another Defense of the Heart. Another Weatherseed Treefolk. Baron's Codex. Abundance. And Insurrection. Oversold Cemetery. Some snow. I always set aside Snowlands. Silver Border. I just piled these up. I probably have Ice Age. I don't know, 500 Snowlands. Cold Snap, not so many, probably maybe 100. And Modern Horizons I actually just listed on TCG Player because they're only worth about 50 cents, but they'll go. So yeah, just a lot of Polar Kraken, Reserve List, Anger, $5, $10 card, $5 card, Pyroblast. These sell all day long. You list these on TCG Player, they're gone within 24 hours. So I like pile them up till I have 10, list them all, boom, $30. Yeah, that's that collection. So that was a good hit. Nothing insane. I guess it was probably a better hit than $250. You know, I probably made out pretty well on that one. That I mean, maybe worth $600-700. So, those are the things that make the bad lots, you know, even out. All right, next we have a collection from a guy named Alex in New York. He had posted it on one of the Facebook groups in one of the Facebook Magic the Gathering buy sell groups. People were giving him a lot of grief. I sent him a message saying, "Hey, dude, you know, if you're tired of all the annoying messages and people giving you grief, hit me up. I'll work with you. We can figure out a price for your collection, and I'll pay you, and we can get it done." Well, maybe 2 weeks went by, a week or two. He hit me up with a list. I looked at it. He had some good stuff on there. The condition was a little rough, and I knew that going into it, but I also knew there would probably be some extra goodies in there that he played 15 years ago, and he hasn't really touched his collection since. So usually when that happens, there's some things that slip through the cracks. So I knew it would kind of balance out as far as condition. So he did TCG low. I took the top, the $5 plus cards, gave him 70% on that. The $2 to $5 cards, gave him 50% on that, which is, you know, a break even. And then everything else was just kind of thrown in. I sent him shipping labels. He shipped it down to me. He actually had reached out to Card Kingdom or Star City Games or one of the big guys a few months ago, and they got back to him in the middle of our deal and offer him $1,800, I suppose. But he had to do a bunch of work for it, so he didn't feel like doing that. So he just took my offer was $800, and then since I paid for shipping, it was $800 GNS. I paid for shipping, and I think we settled on $780 or something like that. So we had a couple. So here's pretty much where the value lies in the collection. There's another stack about, I don't know, this big that had $1 to $3 cards, $1 to $5 cards, maybe a couple of $6-7 hits. Most of those were on the list. Some of them weren't. There's a little extra value there. But this is kind of this is what you guys want to see. So we did have some reserve list hits. Thought Lash, Sands of Time, some little stuff. This one, again, rejects. A couple Firestorms. Another Soul Devi, big one, Time Spiral. Paradigm Shift, Great Whale, Donate, Carnival of Souls, Altar of Bone. I don't think he might be on the reserve list. I don't remember. But I set him aside because I'm just toying with the idea of building another full revised set in played condition to sell off. I have 5 of the dual lands in stock right now, so I figure I just get the other 5 and just, yeah, sell it off as a piece. So nothing huge, but some good reserve list staples. This was kind of the, actually these weren't, this was from something else. That was something else we'll go over in a second. So there's some good $3 to $5 staples, Mystic Remoras, Merchant Scroll, Attritions, Aura Thieves, Yawgmoth's Bargains, Ashnod's Altars. So these were kind of the littler pieces. These will go up on TCG Player today. And then we had some kind of mid-range stuff. Reflecting Pool, Necropotence, Intruder Alarm, a couple Bounty Hunters, Winds of Change, World Gorger, some foils. I just kind of stacked all the foils in this pile. But there were some good foil hits like, let's see, Yavimaya Elder, Compost, Haunted Crossroads, Sadistic Hypnotist, Battle Screech, Wake of Destruction, and then just some good stuff, Hunting Grounds. This might actually go in one of my decks. I'm building is it Selesnya? Well, I'm building Rin and Siri, and I'm also building an Arcades EDH. So then Safekeeper, more Gratuitous Morgue, Aggravated Assault, City of Brass. So just good staples. Those will also probably, some of them will go up on my Facebook spreadsheet dealy. A couple Sensei's Divining Tops, a Sylvan Library, a couple Repercussions, 2 Yavimaya Hollows. I think I'm up to 4 or 5 now. Those will go in the binder. Replenish will go in the binder. Demonic Tutor, nice condition. Oof, she's rough. So it's so funny though. These Demonic Tutors, I think near mint is around $34 TCG low, and HP is like 26 or so. So there's not a huge difference. It's just such a playable card, and like the revised version with the satanic symbols. Whoop. Well, I guess it wasn't printed with this art in 4th or anything, but like was it Unholy Strength? I can't get a good. Well, he's got a pentagram on his head. Yeah, there you go. It's just, I loved it. This is the best copy. Fight me. Thanks, Schuler. So we did have a foil Cabal Coffers. This was the priciest piece in the collection. It's actually in nice condition too. Most of these cards are like MP, HP. They're played. I mean, he played 15 years ago. Probably didn't use sleeves all that often. Yeah, she's pretty nice. She's LP. Besides a tiny little bit of clouding, I mean, there's no scratching. There's just that normal little bit of clouding. So I assume this will go pretty quickly. A couple Staff of Dominations. Apparently this is getting reprinted in Commander Legends. Boo. Chalice of the Void, Chrome Mox. So those are kind of the bigger pieces. Those will get sold on Facebook. That's where a majority of the 800 is, honestly, between these two piles. And then this will be some profit. This will go into the vault. And we've got, like I said, we've got another pile of like $1 to $5. That's about that large, and that'll be profit as well. This will be the break even right here. The last thing I wanted to show you was I was at a convention this weekend. It was mostly a baseball card collectibles convention, but I figured I'd set up. The tables were cheap, and I knew I would be the only Magic guy, and I'll probably do some more of those. There's another one December. Anyone in the Raleigh-Durham area, December 11th through 13th at the Raleigh or the North Carolina Fairgrounds. If you're into, I mean, I think there'll be Pokemon, there'll be sports cards, there'll be Yu-Gi-Oh, I'll have Magic. I'll have a pretty big Magic display. So if you're in the area, come check it out. I'll put the details in one of the videos below. It won't be this video because I don't have the details yet, but you should be able to find it if you Google, NC State Fairgrounds, December 11th through 13th. But I'll be there. I'll be set up if you want to come check it out. If we have enough Magic people there, I'd like to do like a box break or something fun, some giveaways, whatnot. There really wasn't any Magic people there this weekend, I think because most people just don't expect Magic to be at those things. It's mostly sports guys, and these guys are a pretty tight clique, it seems like. But I did meet one really cool guy named Lucky. He's out a little west of here, and we chatted for a while, and he was going through my binder. I just brought some random binders and boxes, and he sat there and he pulled out. He's been a dealer for a long time. He used to own a card shop, and he just sat there and pulled out some stuff from my boxes and just gave them to me and was like, "Hey, dude, these here's some money." So we had some reserved list pieces that he pulled out, and then just some like little $1 to $5 cards. Savage Beating is like an $8 card. Sea Hunter, Sunder, Empress Galena is like $20 now. Yeah, so that was super cool of him. I just wanted to give him a shout out and say thanks, Lucky, new friend. Hopefully I see you soon. Hopefully we talk to each other again, and you've got my information. Hit me up. That's it for today. Yeah. We'll talk soon. We'll keep looking at collections, and I'll keep sharing as much knowledge and information as I can about this crazy, crazy cardboard crack market. Adios, guys. Have a great day.